Have you ever wondered why we are so addicted to our phones? In this digital age, we are seemingly inseparable from our handheld devices, with the average person checking their phone an alarming 150 times a day. Our phones have become our constant companions, the first thing we reach for in the morning and the last thing we put down at night. But why is this the case? We live in an era of extraordinary technological advancements. We have the world at our fingertips, quite literally. With a single swipe or tap, we can connect with friends on the other side of the globe, access a wealth of information, and even run our businesses. It's a convenience like no other. But with this convenience comes a level of dependency that can border on addiction. The term phone addiction might sound drastic, but the statistics paint a startling picture. The average adult spends more than 3 hours a day on their phone, and for teenagers, this number is even higher. That's more time than most of us spend eating, exercising, or even socializing face to face. But this isn't just about time wasted. The constant need to check our phones, the anxiety we feel when we can't, the way we mindlessly scroll even when there's nothing new to see, these are all signs of a deeper issue. The truth is, our phones have been carefully designed to keep us hooked. From the satisfying ping of a new notification to the endless scroll of social media feeds, every element has been crafted to tap into our brain's reward system, triggering the same rush of dopamine that we get from eating, gambling, or falling in love. Our reliance on these devices for entertainment, communication, and information has blurred the line between convenience and compulsion. And the more we use our phones, the more we train our brains to crave the instant gratification they provide, reinforcing the cycle of addiction. As it turns out, our fascination with these devices is no accident, but a result of careful design and psychology. So what makes these devices so addictive, you might ask? Well, let's delve into the causes of phone addiction. A significant cause is the design of social media platforms, games, and other applications. The creators of these platforms have harnessed the power of psychology to develop products that are hard to resist. For instance, many social media platforms use a technique called variable rewards. This is a system where the user is rewarded at random intervals, which encourages them to keep checking the app. Think of it like a slot machine. You never know when you're going to hit the jackpot, so you keep pulling the lever. In the case of social media, the jackpot could be a like, a comment, or a share on your post. Next, let's discuss the dopamine effect. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter in our brains that plays a crucial role in how we feel pleasure. It's released when we do something we enjoy, like eating our favorite food, listening to a great song, or, you guessed it, checking our phones. Every time we see a new notification, our brains give us a little dopamine hit, making us feel good and encouraging us to do it again and again and again. This cycle can lead to what we call phone addiction. Another factor at play is the fear of missing out, or FOMO. In today's interconnected world, we're constantly bombarded with updates about what our friends, family, and even strangers are doing. We see pictures of their vacations, hear about their achievements, and get invited to their events. All of this can make us feel like we're missing out if we're not constantly checking our phones. This fear can drive us to spend more and more time on our devices, leading to addiction. Moreover, our phones offer an escape from reality. Whether we're bored, stressed, or just looking for a distraction, our phones provide an easy way to momentarily step away from our problems. The issue arises when this escapism becomes a regular occurrence, turning into a dependency. Lastly, the convenience and versatility of smartphones also contribute to their addictiveness. Need to send an email? Check your phone. Want to catch up on the news? Check your phone. Looking for a recipe? Check your phone. Our phones have become a one-stop shop for all our needs, making it even harder to put them down. So you see, the constant need to check our phones is not just a habit, but a psychological response carefully orchestrated by the creators of these platforms. It's a complex issue that intertwines technology, psychology, and society. But by understanding the causes, we can start to take steps towards a healthier relationship with our devices. The constant need to check our phones is not just a habit, but a psychological response carefully orchestrated by the creators of these platforms. But what happens when our phone usage spirals out of control? In this age of digital evolution, our phones have become an extension of ourselves. But like all good things, too much of it can lead to unwelcome consequences. One of the most evident impacts of excessive phone usage is on our mental and physical health. Continual phone use can lead to a myriad of health issues, from the physical discomfort of text neck and eye strain to mental health concerns like anxiety and depression. Research has shown that the high levels of screen time can interfere with our sleep patterns, leading to insomnia. The blue light emitted by our devices tricks our brains into thinking it's still daytime, disrupting our body's natural sleep-wake cycle. But it's not just our sleep that's affected. Our brain health is at risk too. The constant influx of information and the need for immediate responses can lead to cognitive overload, reducing our ability to focus and process information effectively. Let's not forget the impact on our relationships. With our eyes glued to the screen, we often miss out on meaningful face-to-face interactions. The result? We may find ourselves more connected digitally, yet more isolated in the real world. This isolation can lead to feelings of loneliness and depression. Our productivity takes a hit as well. How many times have we checked our phones during work or study, distracting ourselves from tasks at hand? Studies show that even brief interruptions can significantly disrupt our train of thought, leading to decreased efficiency and productivity. Now, consider the effects on children and teenagers who are growing up in an era where phones are ubiquitous. The concern here is twofold. First, excessive screen time can affect their physical health, impairing their vision and posture. Second, it can hamper their social skills development. Children learn by observing and interacting with their surroundings. But when their world is limited to a screen, their ability to understand and navigate social situations can be compromised. Moreover, the virtual world that they are exposed to via their phones is often far removed from reality. This can lead to unrealistic expectations and self-esteem issues, particularly among teenagers who are constantly comparing themselves to the picture-perfect lives they see online. To compound these issues, research suggests that excessive phone usage can lead to addictive behaviors. The instant gratification that our phones provide can trigger the release of the feel-good hormone dopamine, creating a reward cycle that can be hard to break. This can result in a dependency on our phones for happiness and satisfaction, further exacerbating the negative effects on our mental health. In conclusion, while phones have undeniably made our lives more convenient, their excessive use can have serious implications. From our mental and physical health to our relationships and productivity, the effects are far-reaching, and for our younger generation, the impact is even more profound, affecting their growth and development. Excessive phone usage can have serious implications for our well-being, and it's important to be aware of these. Knowing the causes and effects of our phone addiction is the first step towards managing it. We have journeyed together through the digital labyrinth, exploring the causes and effects of phone addiction. We've seen how our devices, the marvels of modern technology, can morph from useful tools into demanding masters, subtly dictating our lives, fragmenting our attention, and eroding our ability to focus and connect on a deeper level with the world around us. We've delved into the human psyche, understanding how the lure of instant gratification, the fear of missing out, and the need for social affirmation fuel our compulsive phone usage. We've noted how this digital dependency can lead to a host of problems, from sleep disturbances and mental health issues to impaired social skills and decreased productivity. But the recognition of these causes and effects is just the beginning. It's the first step in reclaiming our time, our focus, and our lives from the clutches of this digital dependency. It's the start of a journey towards mindful phone usage, where we control our devices, not the other way around. And this journey need not be a solitary one. We can support each other, share strategies, and learn together. After all, we are social creatures, and together we can navigate this digital landscape more effectively. So, let's use this understanding as a springboard for change. Let's start by being more conscious of our screen time, questioning our phone usage, and discerning the essential from the trivial. Let's create digital-free zones and times in our day where we can reconnect with ourselves, with others, and with the world around us in a more meaningful way. And this is not the end, but rather the beginning of a larger conversation. In our next video, we will delve deeper into this topic, discussing practical strategies to manage phone usage and combat phone addiction. Remember, our phones are tools meant to serve us, not the other way around. Stay tuned for our next video where we will discuss some effective strategies to manage phone addiction.